Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2. So we got both of those going on, Spoils of War and Ruins of War. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you feel like gambling, you can hit that bell down below, and it's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you when I come on live. Otherwise, you can go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right, let's get started, shall we? Make sure I don't knock everything down here with my splint. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you've not seen the episode, go and watch it, or episodes, I should say. Come on back, and this will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. Give you enough time to hit pause, all that kind of stuff. All right. Okay. There we go. So, pretty much our clones minus Crosshair, because you remember Crosshair was working for the Empire for a little while there, then was working with the boys, and then became disillusioned, and he's off on his own at this point. So our clones are pretty much still doing jobs for Sid, and get word that there is a score that they could do that will most likely set them free for the amount of money that they need in order to do whatever they want and basically hide out wherever they want to. Only problem is it's it's Count Dooku's basically his empire, his castle, if you will, and it's being raided right now by the Empire. So the Empire, all the stormtroopers are there, and they're loading up all the spoils of war, and they're shipping them out. So as they get there, uh, Hunter takes a look at it and sees that there's at least 40 stormtroopers around there, and it's going to be pretty difficult getting in. All they need are just two little war chests, and they can get the hell out. That's all they need. And there are three ships. One is already taken off. They've got two left, and so they need to make a diversion, all that kind of stuff. And they get to it. And of course, as what happens with this group, shit happens. And um, the ship takes off, traps Omega and Echo and Tech into one of the cargo holds, and takes off. And they need to get out of there before they get into space, kind of thing. So on the ground, of course, Wrecker and Hunter are being, their diversions don't work too long, and they're getting chased down by Captain Wilco, who's another clone, by the way, and they're in a shitstorm as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, and these two episodes are back to back. These actually flow one into the other, and it's the reason why they were actually aired at the same time, same day, released on the same day, is because they are a back-to-back episode. We end up having Tech breaking his leg as the clone. They escape from the cargo container, or actually, I should say, release one of the cargo containers from the ship, and then kind of have to wait for the other guys to grab the ship and come over to them, because of course they're not going to make it with the guy with a broken leg. And they find out that Dooku didn't raid just other worlds; he raided his own world as well. Because remember, Dooku was a count. He was a dignitary. He was a royalty, if you will. And when he switched over to the dark side, or part of the separatist movement, he didn't raid just other worlds. He also raided his own world as well, and pilfered all the coffers of all the people around him. So much so that when the Empire came back, or when the Empire took over, I should say, they decimated the city around Dooku's castle there, and the people that lived there scattered into the hills. And so Tech, Echo, and Omega run into one of the people that live out there, and take shelter with this guy. Um, Now the cargo container that they were in is hanging, precariously on the cliffside, and Omega goes back to try and get some more chits, I guess you could say, or credits or whatever it is. And you know how that goes. The cargo container is lost down the mountainside, and other stormtroopers show up, of course, at this point as well. Um, Long story short, in the very end, Wrecker and Hunter are able to get to the ship. They're able to take off, and they're able to rescue, the rest of the crew there. And they come out empty-handed out of all of this. So of course they are not going to be able to do what they want to do. They're not going to be able to escape, live how they want to. And also in this whole conversation comes about, um, Echo keeps saying that they should do something more. They should be doing something more than just running and hiding and stealing, and that they should be trying to do something to defeat the Empire. And this is going to most likely be the crux of this season, is where we're, um, Hunter, being the leader of the group, is going to have to make a decision. Are they going to just hide and exist, you know, so that Omega can grow up? Or are they going to actually do something about their situation? Are they going to join the fledgling rebellion, which they don't even know exists as of yet? How are they going to do this? And then also Omega as well, is learning, growing. Remember, she is older than the boys are, because she's been growing naturally. They were accelerated age wise, and just had their knowledge implanted into them. So Omega is actually older than the boys, which is kind of weird when you think about it. And so yeah, there's all of this that's going on, and we have a mysterious person also that we met in episode 1, who gave Sid the information about Dooku's treasure chest, war chest, if you will, and we haven't met that person by name as of yet. So it's gonna be interesting to see who that person ends up being. And yeah, so, and that's pretty much where we leave off on these 2 episodes. It wasn't bad, it wasn't spectacular. It's kind of a nice, easing into the season, if you will, season 2, and had just enough action. The giant crabs were, at the very beginning of episode 1, I thought were kind of funny. They were pissed. Obviously, I don't know what the hell they stole from the giant crabs, but they stole something, and the crabs just didn't like it. So, um, but yeah, not bad. And of course, Wrecker, being who he is, Wrecker is just, really stupid, and firing first without really thinking. Oh, and at the very end, Captain Wilco is talking to one of the admirals there, and says that it's the Bad Batch. It's Troop 99. That he made visual confirmation, and it's the admiral who supposedly killed Troop 99. So he says, "No, you're mistaken." And then when Captain Wilco says, "No, sir, not mistaken, visual confirmation," and that's when the admiral pulls his gun and says, "Nope, you're mistaken," and shoots him. And you see Captain Wilco's body fall off the edge of the cliff there, which I guess that's a good thing for the boys, that they are considered dead, and that this admiral, you know, is he going to be hunting them? Um, is he not? We don't know what's going to happen there with that as well. So that's another um, story element that we have that's in all of this. So again, like I said, not horrible, not great. It's kind of in the middle of the road. This is something, again, that is, I guess you could say, easy to digest. It's very middle of the road Star Wars. I'm hoping we're gonna get more out of this than just, running, hiding, fighting, looting, If I wanted that, I have video games I can play that do that. So, um, so that's what I got for you there. What is going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow I'm going to be off. Sunday is going to be the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Monday I'm going to be off. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet, but take a look at the schedule when I put it up there, and you'll find out when I do. Wednesday is going to be. I know there's something else because I'm blanking on it at the moment. Um, oh yeah, Wednesday is going to be um, Star Wars: The Bad Batch, because that's when it comes out, is on Wednesdays. So that's actually where episode 3 of Star Wars: Bad Batch is going to be. And unfortunately, Doom Patrol already had the mid-season finale, so I've got nothing going on Thursday. Um, Hopefully something else comes up. Well, The Last of Us comes out January 15th, so we have a little bit of a dead spot there. Maybe I might do another spoiler alert or something like that. I agree with you, Penn. This is still way better than Andor. This is very much better than Andor. I just saw an article that popped up that said Andor is a master class in good writing, and I was like, no, it's not. It's actually so if we're going to talk about Andor for a second there, uh, Andor is an example of writing that needs a lot of editing, a lot of editing, to the point where you need to chop out a lot of extraneous material and focus on a story. And that, if you go back and take a look at that series, you could take Andor out of 90% of that series and just focus on Mon Mothma, and that would be a better story, and also focus your story completely on the start of the rebellion. Um, and then you would have a better story. And then, yes, I would say it's well written at that point because you're focusing everything on Mon Mothma and the rebellion, and also Skarsgård's character as well. So, anyway, I digress there for a minute. I veered off to the side. But with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you know who you are out there. Take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media and all the links to my pages as well. And also on that page, there is also future stuff like what's coming up. I think I've got it till the end of this year. As a matter of fact, I've got stuff. I've got stuff coming out to December 25th of this year. And I'm going to add stuff to it, here and there as time permits. Actually, I have Evil Dead Rise on there. So there's something else that just popped up April 14th, and I can't remember what it is, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, and by the way, so I know that Megan, the movie about the doll, the killer doll that came out in theaters. I think it's today, if I'm not mistaken. I read a review of it, and I didn't realize it's actually a horror comedy, and it looks like it's pretty fucking funny. Now that I know it's a horror comedy, I might actually go and see it. Um, just because I know what they were aiming for, and it looks funny. It wasn't marketed as a comedy, but supposedly it leans really heavy into the comedy section of that. So yeah. Penn says, I know you want to watch Mayfair Witches. No. Plus it's on AMC Plus, so it's canceled anyway. Already, AMC Plus is I'm I'm gonna say I'm about 75% sure that AMC Plus is gonna be the first streaming services that goes down. just because it's too obscure. No one really watches it, and if you have cable, then you get an AMC for free, part of your package. So you're already getting that shit anyway. But yeah, and I mean, honestly, I'm not going to pay. AMC Plus is also too expensive, just on its own, and doesn't have anything worthwhile on it. I mean, it has even less than Paramount Plus, which is saying a lot. So, all right. With that said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again on Sunday. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up getting chased by giant crabs because, you know, they're crabs. So, thanks, everyone. I will see you again on Sunday. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get the boosters as well. It doesn't work without the boosters. And stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks. Have a good rest of your night. Good night, everyone.